The problem I have with the advice of removing yourself, giving people the gift of your absence, any of that kind of stuff, it's usually in the context of a dysfunctional relationship between a man and a woman, where the man is threatening to, or chooses to leave, or chooses to remove some of his attention and not give her 100% of the attention that he was giving her formerly, whether that was actually 100% attention or not. Anyway, the problem I have with this is it doesn't really solve the problem. See, the problem is disrespect coming from the woman. And if that is only resolved when the man is no longer there for her to disrespect, how is it a solution? Right? So, just to say this again, so the problem is the woman is disrespecting the man when he is present, so he removes himself from her presence to remove the source of the disrespect, and that makes her presumably, I guess, miss him or something, and then he comes back and she respects him again. That doesn't solve the problem, which is her giving him the disrespect, right? And the other thing is, if you have to leave the relationship in order to make the relationship functional, it begs the question, with what use was the relationship? Because by definition, the relationship was you and the other person being together to do the thing that is life, I guess, right? That would be the most universal, accepted situation for most people in a relationship. What is the point? What is the point if you have to leave, right? If your solution to the relationship is to leave the relationship, then what's the point of the relationship? If the relationship cannot be resolved except for outside of the relationship, then what was the point? And that's my problem with this advice. And I don't understand how you could be in that situation and implement it and then choose to return. Because I've been in this situation. If you don't know, I've had a girlfriend, and I left the relationship because of this issue. And I did it, and when I want to be very clear, when I chose to leave the relationship, I thought about it, and I knew that I would not come back. I knew that I would not do anything to bring myself back into her life. I wouldn't do it, right? And yet, the people who present this advice, they often present it as, well, you're gonna, come back, and you're gonna give them the gift of your absence, and then that'll make them respect you or reach out to you, and then you can choose to go reintegrate yourself back into the relationship. And it's just, why would you do that? If I have to leave, I don't want to be there. Because the whole point of a relationship was that the bitch makes my life better. And overall, the bitch wasn't making my life better. Hence why I left, right? So, I never understand that solution. I don't see how anyone can spin that solution. And this was brought up by a video made by Psychax recently. And I responded to that video saying, if I have to leave the relationship, then I don't want to be there. And someone responded, just detach emotionally. But that also still doesn't solve the fundamental problem, which is, why should I be in a relationship if I'm not allowed to attach emotionally? That's the fucking point of being in a relationship with anyone, of any kind of relationship, is to emotionally attach to them. Otherwise, why would I interact with the person? Why would I interact with someone who is not emotionally satisfying me? Why would I interact with someone who emotionally is dangerous for me to connect to in any way, shape, or form? Why would you do that? I don't want to be, I don't want a relationship anymore at this point anyway, but why would I choose to be in a relationship with a woman and the solution to her giving me disrespect at some point repeatedly for no reason outside of her being a dumb woman is to emotionally disconnect from the relationship? Why bother entering it then? I'll just see what I mean? You kind of see what I mean? If the point of the relationship, if to fix the relationship is to leave the relationship, then I'll just skip all those steps and just not even enter the relationship then. If that's the fucking solution that we have to these fucking problems. The point is, unless I'm mistaken, throughout most of human history, the solution to relationship problems was not to leave the relationship. The solution to relationship problems was basically outside of beating your wife, which I don't think was all that common. I think that's far overstated. I think what was more common to fix relationship problems was the community around you telling the bitch to calm the fuck down and get the fuck off your back. I think that's what was more common. In general, I think that solved relationship dynamical issues both ways, whether it be man to woman or woman to man. Um, Although the fact is, when it comes to dating and all this kind of stuff, women are the problem. If you're not ready to admit that, then get the fuck off my channel. Okay. But yeah, I don't understand this advice. I've never understood this advice. It doesn't solve the problem, which is the woman disrespecting the man. It just makes it so she can no longer do it, which I guess in some strange roundabout way solves the problem, but then you lose the relationship, which the point of the solution was to salvage the relationship somehow, but it doesn't because you can't be in a relationship with someone that you have to leave. I, I, I mean, look, normies are dumb, normies are fucked up, and the world keeps fucking spinning.